you doing, Simka? Hey, Stephanie. Happy 4th to you guys. Hey, Perry Michael, how are you? Happy 4th. If you ever come to Crawfordville, make sure you stop at this intersection. They sit here all day long waiting for you to roll through it. Hey, Frisky, how you doing? Good. This is a sheriff from a neighboring county where I was yesterday and took all that video. He drives his police car home all the time. Hey, Carla, how you doing? It's hot today. It's 90 degrees already. It's been really nice. I mean, nice, for a summer in Georgia, but it hasn't been that crazy. But today it's 90 already. Hey, Caroline. I'm by myself till next week, so I thought I'd go and get one of those fried rib dinners. Not exactly the healthiest thing in the world, but hey, Charles, how you doing? Hot today, Charles. Hey, Rita, how you doing? I'm sure it's hot in Florida today. I brought her with me. She's doing okay. She's feeling better. I got to get her stitches out Tuesday or Wednesday. She's doing better. Not eating a lot. It's funny. She'll sit in bed 20 hours now instead of peeing constantly. So she's feeling better for sure. Hey, Faye. Hey, Blue. How you doing? It's hard to believe you could be off a major interstate and get buffering, but I do. Sorry about that. Really, she's just on an antibiotic now. Yeah, that's right. It rained for about 5 minutes this morning. Charles, you ever get this far east? Hey, Penny, how you doing? Which I can understand. These trees down here, this vegetation is like super thick everywhere. Yeah, fried ribs. I wouldn't recommend. They were super good. This guy, I think, was in the NBA at one time. I know NBA players go here. Yeah, rib dinner. Just basically bored and thought I'll go get a. They're only open. I think they're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday too. Actually, Washington, where I took all those video yesterday, they were voted in the top 10 fireworks displays in the country. I don't know when that happened, but the guy at the food truck was telling me. Oh, that's cool. Drone fireworks, huh? Are they any good? Yeah, these ribs are really good. Yeah, Daisy doesn't like loud noises. Oh, I'm sure they're safer. Hey, if you get bored on YouTube, I looked it up the other night. Look at firework injuries and look at what it's done to some people. You know, that's all we did is shoot off fireworks when I was a kid. M80s, cherry bombs. I mean, we get them in Toledo or over in Canada. And man, it's amazing. I still got my eyes and my hands. Yeah, are there ever? Big time. In Detroit, one of the weathermen had his eye knocked out with a firework. And our parents never said a thing. My dad would take me to you buy them by the gross, 144. We'd either go to Toledo or Windsor, Ontario. Yeah, they're here all the time. Yep. Clouds are beautiful around here. No kidding. How'd that firework accident happen? Just adults being careless or stuff going off accidentally? Yeah, we do those too. Bottle rocket fights, same thing. And we'd shoot those at each other too. Now we did have safety goggles on, but no kidding. God. I don't even remember knowing anybody that got injured with fireworks. My whole town had constantly. And we were shooting them off all the time. Oh wow. Hey Lisa. seem to do much good. Oh, good for you, Faye. It's 90 here already. I haven't been driving this van lately. Like that. Wow, Penny. I don't even know if they do them in Crawfordville, but I know it's a big deal in Washington, or it used to be. I'm assuming it still is. See, now I'm only 44 miles from Augusta. You know, like I say, everywhere's going to hell now. Places closing, mom and pop places going out of business. And you think of Augusta as that big golf outing that they have every year. I don't even know which one it is. But once in a while I'll watch the local news, not too much. They're always getting shootings, kidnapping, uh, you name it, man. It seems like that's everywhere now. Yeah, everywhere, every state I go in, whether it's all the way out in the West Coast, all the way down south. I haven't been east in a while, but just abandoned factories, huge ones. I mean, that friend of mine bought an abandoned factory in Union Point. It used to employ 4,000 people. Yeah, it's true, Perry. Yep. Did you read any of that Revolutionary War stuff? I thought that was kind of interesting. All the graves are marked, and it really needs some maintenance, though. Everything was dirty and hadn't looked like anything had been cleaned in years. I mean, you'd think for a Revolutionary War monument that they'd find some way to keep it nicer. I think of the Civil War all the time down here in these hot days, hot, humid days. Plus being like wounded and trying to get medical care. My God, they must have hoped they'd never wake up in the morning. Yeah, wasn't that a cool looking cemetery? There's tons of stuff like that around here. There's a sign right down the street from me. I'll videotape it for you next time. Where it was a repair facility for the Confederate soldiers' guns. But when you think of, the America when it was founded in the Revolutionary War, it's just kind of cool to be in a place where that happened. Nobody there. Like I said, disrepair. Kind of sad. I don't know if you guys happen to catch the comment from somebody in Africa that took offense to my comment about the United States going third world. I mean, third world is really a figure of speech more than it is literal, is when countries were developing. I mean, the same places that are third world now aren't anymore in some places still struggle. Yeah, did you see that, Blue? Yeah. I mean, it's not literal. Yeah. I mean, it is depressing though. Guys, I'm not driving around like I used to. Part of the reason that it's $5.50 a gallon gas. But I've done that my whole life, and in the last 20 years, I don't care if you go to Michigan, Illinois, Georgia, anywhere. The amount of business that is closed down in the mom and pop places in between cities, like gas stations, convenience stores, you can forget it. I lived downtown Chicago before I moved back to Michigan, and that was a nice, trendy place. And when I was there, it was just on a revival. Everything was getting redone. The bookstores were packed. You'd wait 2 hours in line to pay for a book around the Christmas holiday. They had since went out of business. But I went and looked the other night, looked through the old restaurants and places that I'd get something to eat. And 90% of them are not there any longer. Now, I've been gone for 10 years. Even big places that sunk tons of money, Texas de Brazil, which was a Brazilian steakhouse, Sushi Wabi, Ditka's Steakhouse. I could just go on forever. And when I look up the hours of the ones that still survived, it's nothing like it used to be. I can tell you places in Michigan where you could go down, and Greektown is an example. I remember going down there and eating at 4 in the morning. Dearborn Heights, Michigan, Mexican Fiesta. Now they close at 9. Used to be able to go in there at 3 o'clock and eat. Things have changed so much. Independent small businesses. I mean, look how much groceries cost. Fuel. The cost of a house. Then they brag about these jobs, but they're not jobs that drove the standard of living that this country was used to. I mean, maybe that was just the way it was going to work out anyway. I hate to say that, man, but sometimes I think, well, God, were we just spoiled? I mean, my dad worked in the 50s, 60s, and 70s for Ford Motor Company. It was always double shifts, triple time if you worked a holiday, paid vacation. McLeod Steel, which also went out of business down in Trenton, Michigan, I think it was 13 years or something, they'd get 16 weeks paid vacation. And 2 or 3 weeks every year besides that. And I know guys that worked there that would work double shifts that didn't do a thing and got paid. I mean, it just seemed like it'd last forever. I snuck in there one night, got a tour of it with my friend, and nobody was doing anything. No wonder they went out of business. But at the time, I worked at General Motors for about a year or two, right when I graduated from college. Nobody did anything there either. I mean, some people did in the assembly line, but there were a lot of jobs where nothing was being done. Doors would be open, it'd be 30 degrees out, and the heat would be on, and there'd be these big, giant doors open. It's just, man, it just seems like, and you factor in inflation with regard to middle class labor rate. Shit, no wonder it's like the way it is. Look at new cars. That pickup that I drive, my buddy. I'm not driving it now because I haven't driven this lately. Now, as I said, I had to jump start it. $162,000 for a new one, and you know what? You can't even get one if you want it. F450 Lariat. They're on back order. I mean, who is buying these things? Yeah, I mean, it sucks talking this way. Yeah, that's a good question. I think I'm going to scrap it. Marty says I need to bring it down here, get the lifters fixed, but I don't really want to put air conditioning in it. I don't know. I'm not really sure on that. Yeah, that's about it, Scooby-Doo. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, when you look at it that way, maybe it all caught up to us. I mean, I don't really know. When you look at other countries and their labor rate, plus, like with regard to Detroit, everybody's making cars now. You know, the big three is really the small two. They were the only game in town. And I remember in the 70s, Ford was making absolute junk. Cars rusting out in 2 years. So I'm sure they learned a lesson too. I can remember in the 70s and 80s in Detroit, you go down the Detroit River, and it'd be like a traffic jam of boats. And now you go down there and, you know, marine fuel has always been more expensive, but you don't see hardly any boats. And if you do, they're small fishing boats. You don't see the big 30 and 40 footers tooling around out there all day long like you used to. Yeah, Ford had a lot to do with World War II. Sure did. Made the bombers there in Willow Run, all sorts of other stuff. You know, this buddy of mine that collects cars. I had a neighbor that had a Hinkle, a one-cylinder UK car, and he used to drive it to parades. And this buddy of mine, there's a Hinkle in the collection he bought, and I looked that up, and actually they were an airplane manufacturer that got into the car making business for a while. It looks like a George Jetson car. I mean, they're cool as hell looking. Look like a kid's car, really, like kind of a toy or something. Yeah, the economy sucks. I mean, look how I see these families in Walmart. I don't really get it, man. I mean, I've talked to people before, at least in Michigan, and know what they got for food stamps. And it's not enough to buy what I see them buying. I just don't get it. I mean, it's nothing to see somebody ahead of you with kids or have a $400 grocery basket full of things, couple grocery thing carts. Yeah, look up a Hinkle, Hinkel, I think it is. like to park in the shade if I could. Well, you guys, I'm going to go in and get a quick lunch. So I'll be back on as soon as I get out of here. So I hope you guys have a good day. Oh, somebody sent $5. Oh, that was sweet of them. Who sent $5? Do you know? Whoever it is, thank you. Oh, that was nice. Hey, Blue, do you know who sent $5? I just noticed it on the top. See you, Luna. Thank you. Thank you, Squirrely. Oh, Stephanie, you didn't need to do that. Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys a little later. Same to you, Sandra. Oh, that was sweet of her.